Okay, we are shooting live. I don't have a cameraman, so I have to get up, turn the camera on, and come back around. Okay, today's video is going to be titled, So You Want to Be a Content Creator. I am responding to a particular YouTube channel. They have been complaining that their view count has gone down. They think YouTube is out to get them. They couldn't be anything further from the truth. I have a theory, and if you are a content creator on YouTube or Spotify or whatever platform you happen to be on, I have some ideas on why your view counts are dropping. Suddenly, you're monetized. No one gets demonetized. We're going to get into that later. But what I'm talking about is a lot of content creators, I notice even on YouTube, are saying, oh, YouTube hates my content, or they think they're just being throttled. Well, that's not true. So let's get into what the reasons I think that people feel they're being throttled. Reason number one, let's see here. I'm going to, that's Copilot. I'm going into my AI software here, podcasting statistics. This is what, so I asked Microsoft Bing, it's the AI program that I'm running, how many YouTube channels are there? And this is the answer that Copilot gave me. According to the web search results, there are different estimates of how many YouTube channels exist. One source says there are more than 51 million YouTube channels as of 2022. Another source says there are approximately 113.9 million active YouTube channels as of March 2022. These numbers may vary depending on how the channels are counted and defined. For example, some sources may exclude channels that have very few subscribers or videos, or that are inactive for a long time. YouTube is a huge and diverse platform with channels covering various topics, genres, and languages. Some channels are very popular with millions or even billions of subs, while others are smaller and more niche. If you are curious about how your channel compares to others, you can check out some statistics and rankings on websites like Social Blade or Tubics. I have analytics on my YouTube channel. I can go into my studio and track how my videos are performing. Here's my theory on why your YouTube counts may be going down. If you decide you want to be a content creator, I'm also going to tell you what you're up against. And in these numbers that I just read to you are what you are up against on that platform, because that's the platform that monetizes you. I don't know a whole lot about Rumble. I'm going to do some research. Does Rumble monetize you like YouTube? Can you do super chats? Is there as much revenue stream? I don't think there is. So YouTube is the platform and the monopoly as far as, do you want to make money? So as far as podcasting, I asked this question: how many people are podcast creators? And Copilot says to me, this is Microsoft Bing, by the way, that is a very good question. Podcasting is a booming industry with over 50 million content creators as of 2022. 50 million content creators. However, not all of them are active or consistent. According to one source, there are 460,080 active podcasts on Apple Podcasts as of October 2023. But almost half of them have only 3 or fewer episodes. This suggests that many podcast creators start podcasts only to abandon them soon after. True. I'm right now I'm just giving you the stats and the numbers that Microsoft is giving back to me. This is their AI program. I'm going to subscribe to GPT here in a little bit. It's only $20 a month. Are you interested in podcasting yourself? If so, I can help you with some tips and resources on how to start, grow, and monetize your own podcast. Yeah, I'm sure the AI program could. But there is, here are the resources. Learn more from thesocialshepherd.com, statistica.com, podcastinginsights.com. And so there are various websites you can go to if you decide to start a YouTube channel. If you decide you want to be a content creator, do your homework. How many content creators are there? Millions and millions and millions of them. So you're just up against a lot. It's not YouTube that's throttling you. Here's what I think YouTube is doing, because I spoke to somebody from YouTube and he confirmed my theory that what YouTube likes to do, if you've hit 100,000 subs, okay, especially when you hit, he said once you hit that silver plaque for 100,000 subs, YouTube doesn't support you after that. Not that they're throttling you, they just feel you don't need any help. They think, okay, you can fly with your own 2 wings, out the nest you go. I'm going to help the other small guys over here. They have less than 1,000 subs. So I'm going to continue to give them impressions. I'm going to help build their channels. You don't need help. You've succeeded. Word of mouth should keep you going. So that's what's is happening on YouTube. If you've reached that point, sometimes they may do that at 25,000, 30,000. There's a certain point where YouTube pushes you out the nest and go, you're on your own, fly with your own 2 wings, you're doing okay. You don't need our help. We're going to help this guy over here who's struggling. Well, that kind of makes sense, because they want to get that guy hooked. They want to keep you on the platform. They want to keep you creating. They need that free workforce. If you hit a certain number of subs, YouTube thinks you're doing okay. You don't need the help. One guy told me it's when you hit 100,000. Another one says it's when you hit 25 to 30,000 is the break-off point where they think, okay, you've got enough subs now. You're kind of gone main, especially when you get that silver plaque. That's really a good indication you've gone mainstream. In their eyes, you don't need help. We're gonna help all these other guys. Now this plaque that you get, it's not going to have any meaning. What if you got a million other people who have the same plaque you do? That trophy doesn't have meaning anymore. It devalues itself. It's like you see these YouTube creators have this silver plaque behind them. You get enough of them out there, everyone that puts out there devalues the other one. After a while, there's going to be a million people with the same trophy. Oh, I got one too. So do I. Me too, me too. Then yours no longer has meaning. Then you got to hit 1 million subs to get the gold plaque. That will have meaning, because there's not very many 1 million plus channels out there, as far as channels with that many subs. So whatever platform you're going on, you just need to know what you're up against. If you decide to start a motorcycle channel, how many YouTube channels are dedicated to motorcycles? Maybe you can find a niche. How many of them are dedicated to, say, Harley Davidsons? Do your research. How many YouTube channels talk about specifically Harley Davidsons? If that's what you want to do, have your own niche market. But there are so many content creators. It's the law of supply and demand. Right now, the supply is overrunning the shelves. The shelves are fully stocked, but not enough buyers coming in the store. Not enough shoppers. Because another thing that a lot of content creators are aiming at is the United States market. Mainly the United States. Of all the countries in the West, we have the most spending money, more than Europe even. Europe is the second most populous area they want to target. So if you've got 100 million content creators, they're all aiming for the same 350 million population United States. The secondary market is Europe. So you've got 100 million people basically aiming at about 1 billion people tops. America, Europe, the developed countries. So you've got all these content creators aiming for the same 1 billion people. That's 10 people per creator. Now, not everybody's going to make it. You just got to think about what you're up against. There is a channel in particular I'm aiming this at, but I'm aiming this at all content creators. One, because a lot of them say the same things. I'm hoping to aim this at Squirrel Tribe. That's the name of the YouTube channel. I've looked at them. I'm going, they've got 4 channels. What they did is, as much as I love them and they're awesome creators, they turned their hobby into a job with deadlines, and they're under pressure to constantly create. I think they should go down to 1 channel. Put out 2 videos a week and 1 live stream. And the 2 videos they put out in their live stream can be better quality. They'll have more time to rest and relax, research the topics, instead of just cranking them out every day. Like they have to crank them out. But there's too many people on the platform. They're saying, well, a lot of people are saying this, our views are going down. Well, every time a new creator comes on the platform, they're taking eyeballs off of your channel. There's only so much to go around. When you got 113 million, according to the stats I just gave you, 113 million. That's just on YouTube. That's just on YouTube. And there's multiple platforms out there. But the problem is there's just too many platforms. And YouTube is the one that pays the money. With the super chats and the monetization. And it's got the biggest market share. That's the platform you want to be on. For sure. So, again, this is what you're up against. And I got a friend, Kyle. I'm going to give a shout out to him. I'm going to send Michelle, his mother, this video, because Kyle's got a podcast on Spotify, History According to Hollywood. But what he does, he has a niche. That's great. And there's still 400,000 podcasters, or 50 million, but Apple itself has 400,000 on their platform. But altogether, there's 50 million podcasters. So he's up against an incredible hurdle. I hope he's doing this just for fun. I do this for fun. I'm not monetized, not on YouTube anyways. I have another friend, so my friend Kyle, he's got a podcast, History According to Hollywood. Check it out. It's pretty informative. I'm a history buff. That's kind of why I like it. And my late wife and I, we're good friends with his family, and they're really good people. And I wish him the best of luck. And if you're going to be a podcaster, good luck. I mean, you have to be totally dedicated to it, 100%. There's more to it that meets the eye. Kyle, like myself, before I record a podcast, I have to do some research. I'm doing research right now. I had to do research for this one. I'm doing research for another one I'm getting to shoot when I'm done with this one, called AI Girlfriends. A lot of young men out there are turning to artificial women instead of real women. What's up with that? Another one I'm going to shoot this afternoon is the high price of fast food. One McDonald's, one of their meal deals is now $18. $18. Imagine that. The high price of fast food. You can't afford it. So those videos will be shot this afternoon. I've got 4 days off. I've got all the time in the world to shoot these videos. This one in particular is being shot with a Canon G7X Mark II. In case you're wondering what kind of camera am I using, it's got internal mics, so I don't need this microphone here, these headphones. It does pretty good. I'm in a room that kind of gets a little bit of an echo that carries my voice a little bit. That's okay. I've got studio lights. How do you like my decor back here? I had to put this one up because I had this wall behind me. It just such glare. And I put this one up. It's made of wood, so these studio lights don't produce glare. This one is all done by hand. I'm an artist, so this is my latest piece that I produced. I did that to stay relevant, show off some talent, some skill set. And this is not AI generated, by the way. Just thought you should know. And I have my little wooden plane right here that you can see. Let me move the laptop. There you go. Now you can see the wooden plane. It's in better sight. The laptop I didn't know was blocking the view of the airplane. But like I said, you were up against millions and millions of people trying to do the same thing. Another friend of mine, she went to OnlyFans, OnlyFools. I call it OnlyFools, and I don't blame her. I really don't. I don't put those girls down that do that because they're just content creators. She just chose that platform. But why should she get up and go to work? Why should she fight ice and snow on the road? We just had a winter vortex. I wonder if she was thinking about that. Why am I getting up and going to work at this lousy job that doesn't appreciate me? Why should anyone get up and go to work at the IHOP at 6 o'clock in the morning, fight the weather, fight the traffic, customers that don't appreciate them, an employer that may not appreciate them? Why should they? When they're watching their friends go off and buy new cars because they're on YouTube or they're on OnlyFools, whatever platform they're on, Twitch, doesn't matter what platform. It's like you're sitting there watching a YouTube channel, right? And someone's got a live stream, you're seeing a $5 super chat, $10 super chat. What do you think that does to somebody psychologically? They're going, I could be doing that. Man, that's $10 I could make on super chat. $20 super chat. Man, I can make $100 in one night. Why in the world am I going to work every day? Depends on how much you make. If you are retail and you're a waitress at IHOP, why should you get up at 6 in the morning? Why should you? When your friends are making $10 super chats, $20, you're watching this right there. When you watch someone's live stream and it gives you ideas. I got to do that too. I got to put food on the table. My insurance has gone up. My rent's gone up. Groceries are getting more expensive. But if you ever think you're going to do content creating full time, forget it. But it's a great supplemental. If you only make $100 a week on the various platforms, that's $100 you didn't have. You got to look at it that way. Another thing you need to do, like I've already done, is get lawyered up. Yeah, you're going to need lawyers, copyrights, trademarks. You got to protect yourself legally. That's absolutely correct. Get lawyered up. You're going to need an accountant. You're going to have to pay taxes on this. If you're going to make revenue off social media, you've got to pay your taxes. But it can operate as a tax haven. You can write off the laptop, these lights, The artwork behind me can be wrote off. This leather jacket, it's a write-off. This airplane is a write-off. This laptop, like I said, is a write-off. I got another Canon tax write-off. My phone, I'm going to be using to shoot a video at Buc-ee's this week. Tax write-off. Yeah, you can use it as a tax shelter. Everything you do could be written off. It's true. Everything you do, you can write it off. This camera, this is the Canon EOS M50. I'm going to test it out this afternoon, may shoot another video with this one, and make sure the video comes out pretty good. And I got somebody watching me there, but like I said, if you're going to be a content creator, just know what you're up against. Do your homework, do your research. How many people are in your niche? If you have a motorcycle channel, how many are there? If you got a channel specifically dealing with Jeeps or Harley Davidsons, or maybe you got a channel that's specifically aimed at Toyota 4Runners, that's a niche market. How many YouTube channels are dedicated to Toyota 4Runners? So you've got to think about that. And I thought about having an all Jeep channel. There's only 4 of them on YouTube. I looked it up. 4. 2 of them are local. There are 4 Jeep clubs in the area. So I hope to get up to that point, and I can't run out of content because there's lots of Jeep owners who can't wait to show off their Jeeps. So I have plenty of content to upload. So yeah, like I said, whatever platform you're on, check out how many creators are there. And don't go into it with the attitude of, I'm going to get rich. That's not going to happen. At best, realistically, you might make $1,000 a month. If you get to that point, if you only make $100 a week, that's $100 a week you didn't have. That's $100 a week to help buy groceries, help pay your utility bill. Think of it that way, because that's the best you're probably going to do. I'm just being realistic. You look at the numbers. How many people are trying to do the same thing? So you're going to have something that the others don't have. You may have to go into a niche market, whether it's motorcycles, Jeeps, Toyota 4Runner, something very, very specific. I got another friend, she does all crochet. There's a number of people who do that. But you gotta look, how many are there? What can I bring to the table? How can I make mine different? Another thing I intend to do is organize my YouTube videos. I'm going to start making more of them. Like I said, I got 4 days off. This is the first of 3 I'm going to shoot today. And I intend to organize them. I got a book that I can write down episode ideas. If I have an episode idea, I'll write it down in my notebook. Write it down. I start doing research, and I'm going to do other videos too. Some of them are just going to be vlogs, like Buc-ee's. I'll be there. I'll shoot a video there. I intend to shoot some videos at some flea markets and antique stores. Those are nice, cool vlogs. You see some nice antiques and you'll comment on them. They make great vlogs. But yeah, like I said, if you're going to be a content creator, do your homework. The purpose of this video is because someone on YouTube named Squirrel Tried was complaining, but they're not the only. There's every YouTuber out there does the same thing. They all complain. Okay, I guess there was a limit. So every YouTuber out there complains that they're not getting views, and they're all blaming YouTube. Well, YouTube is partly to blame, because when you achieve a certain level, they think you're good to go, you're on your own. They're going to go help these other little chickies over here, build them up so they can fly with their own 2 wings. Another thing I want you to look up, besides the law of supply and demand, is called The paradox of choice. Yeah, the paradox of choice. Let's look this up. Okay, what is the paradox of choice? It says the paradox of choice is a psychological phenomenon that suggests that having too many options can make us less happy and satisfied with our decisions. It was popularized by Barry Schwartz in his book, The Paradox of Choice, Why More is Less. It skipped on me. Let's see. Why more is less. He argues that when we face too many choices, we experience anxiety, regret, and lower self-esteem. Bingo. A lot of YouTubers are facing this exact thing. And viewers are feeling this. We're feeling this as a whole. Social media has done this. There's too many choices, whether it's YouTube channels, your music selection on Spotify, the number of podcasts you can listen to. This isn't the gig economy. This is called the attention economy. We're all begging for attention. We're all competing for attention. We're all competing for ears and eyeballs. Think about that, folks. Think about that. Why more is less, he argues that when we are faced with too many choices, we may experience anxiety, regret, and lower self-esteem. Said that already. He also proposes some strategies to simplify our choices and increase our well-being. If you want to learn more about the paradox of choice, you can check out, of course, they're advertising these books, a summary. You can look this up. There's actually a book called The Paradox of Choice. You can read it. But again, it's the paradox of choice, the law of supply and demand. The supply is too much. Too much. The supply is just overwhelming. I can't stress that enough. I'm just amazed. I may put this on Facebook today and tomorrow, because I'll be filming 3 videos today. The other 2 might be filmed with my iPad. There's only so much battery power, and so I may take the iPad, hook up my headphones, and film the other 2 videos. That's okay. I got backup systems. I still have my M50. We're going to test this out today. Do hard copy with this as well. And I do have microphones. I got one I can hook up to the laptop, or I got a microphone I can stick on top of here. Either way, I'll have good audio. And this little Canon G7X has an inner mic, but it's better than you think. And so, like I said, the topic of today's video is there's just too many content creators. I may ask Microsoft Bing to give me a name for this video. Even create a thumbnail. I can do that. And let me say something else. If you're not using AI to help you with your YouTube, someone else is. But I intend to keep mine real. It's me in front of the camera. That's my real name. There's no avatar. I don't use a fake name. But I can still use AI to help me with my script, my headlines, and thumbnails. Can I use it to boost me up the algorithm? Well, that's up to the AI now, isn't it? And that's another topic that I should cover a little bit. What if 50 million other people are trying to do the same thing? They're going to use AI to boost them up the search engines. If everyone's doing that, it destroys the search engine. People are already complaining about spam. They're complaining about when they search for something, they can't find it. You got everybody trying to do the same thing at the same time. You can't blame people. They don't want to go to work at McDonald's. They don't want to go to work at Wally World. Not McDonald's, McYucks. McYucks. Because their food is just garbage. And I'm going to do a food review. Now, not all their food is bad, but they're known for the worst burgers in the world. So this video is the paradox of choice. I'll create a better headline, thumbnail, and see what we can do to, yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I do that. At least you know I'm a real person. I'm not an AI robot. The fact that I'm stuttering, hey, he's real. He's not professional. I'm not a professional. I'm a real person. And so, well, I may be using AI if you're not, someone else is. But keep your videos real. Keep them down to earth. Keep yourself where people feel like they can relate to you. Be relatable. I'm also trying to gonna open up a Patreon. A lot of YouTubers are doing that route too. I've been trying to think of ways that if you're a patron that I can reward you. For instance, I can have 3 tiers, the $5 tier and the $10 tier. And I'm trying to think of something for the $15 tier. For the $5 tier on Patreon, once I get the account set up, will be I will support you on social media. That's an idea. I was trying to think, how can I support my patrons? What would be of value to you? Well, I can go through your Facebook and like and comment on at least 2 or 3 of your posts every week. For $5 a month, I will, since you're supporting me, I'll support you on social media, mainly Facebook or YouTube. If you got a YouTube channel, let me know, and I'll try to support either platform. You've got to be on one of those platforms. There's just too many, and I can't be on all these platforms because that consumes my time. I'd rather be in the real world, soaking up the sunshine. So, for the $10 level, FaceTime. You get to do FaceTime with me on probably, well, at least through Messenger. I use the Messenger platform, so you'll have to be on that platform. I don't have Skype, but I do have Messenger. So in order to do FaceTime, you're going to have to be on a platform that I'm already there. But for the $10 a month level, you'll get FaceTime. How much? I haven't determined yet. And then once a year, what I also plan to do for my patrons, this is for my patrons who support me, because once I get the account set up, this is another thing I'm working on, is a fan appreciation day. Well, once a year, I'll have a deal, maybe at Golden Corral, Cheddar's, or Applebee's, and we'll all go out to dinner. We'll eat, drink, be merry, have a good time, where you can meet me, talk to me, and get to know me as an individual. I get to know my fans, they get to know me. It's called Fan Appreciation Day, and that's something I plan to do once a year, once I really get going. A friend of mine kind of gave me the idea. His name is Caleb, and I'll send this to him as well. He kind of gave me the idea, so I could do a Fan Appreciation Day. Set it up. I'll set the date. It's up to you to show up. You know, I don't care where you're from, you have to come to me. Like you go to Branson, or you go to London to see ABBA perform on stage, right? Same deal. So, again, this video is already, I think, almost 40 minutes long. Wow. I had that much to say. But I just want to tell you why you're not getting clicks and what you are up against. And it's that bad. The market is flooded, especially in religion and politics. Well, that gets the most clicks. You may have to create a niche, whether it's a channel about Jeeps, Toyota 4Runners, Harley Davidsons, you know, or a channel dedicated to macaroni and cheese. I know it's a stupid thing off the top of my head, but if you're going to have a niche market, have a niche market. A channel about macaroni and cheese? That's stupid. Somebody out there is going to do that just because I said it. I'm going to create a mac and cheese. I'm going to call it mac and cheese. That's not a bad idea. If somebody out there does that, great. But can't imagine what you do. All these mac and cheese recipes. You're sampling mac and cheese from around the world and different brands. That's a niche market right there. Niche. Because you won't have 50 million people trying to have a mac and cheese YouTube channel. I'm just saying, I'm using that as, I'm just throwing that out there, trying to be funny. I've got my own taglines. I've got my own set decor. Another thing I'm doing is being different from everybody else. Green screens are out. Don't use green screen. That's my opinion. I mean, you can if you want. To me, it's just phony. I'd rather use a natural set design. These are totally natural. I picked this up. It used to be Kmart. At Home is where I got that. And this, I think I got it at Kirkland's or something like that. There's a shop called Kirkland's. I think that's where I got this. This was done by hand. Created that myself. This big table already existed. It's been in my family for a long time. This I found at a flea market, and it's worth about $4,000. I picked it up for 150 bucks. I gotta check to see if there's a number on it somewhere. I know that it was made in the early 1940s. That's all I know about it. But like I said, my set is all original. I'm all original. I'm not an avatar. Like I said, if you're not using AI, somebody else is. I will probably use AI to create a thumbnail for this video and create a headline. Script? No, I didn't use AI to create a script for this topic. I used AI to research as far as how many content creators, so kind of, you know, I used it. I am using AI. I used it in this video. Oh, here's another thing. This just popped up. According to the latest available data, there are 504.9 million worldwide podcast listeners. This equates to 23.5% of all internet users. So, like I said, a lot of it's aimed at the United States, but there's 500 million listeners. But since there's 50 million producers, that's 10 people per producer. That's pretty sad. So that's what you're up against. Do your homework. Do your homework. Do your research. Do your homework. I also have my own tagline. So I heard a customer say it, and sometimes I'll wait in the video to say it. It's my own tagline, which I did not use at the beginning of this video. I'll probably use it for the next one. So, what do you think of this tagline? Eat a bowl of fuck. That's what it'd be, my tagline. I didn't really create it. I heard someone say it, and I wrote it down quickly because I thought it was funny. So, I'm sorry. I didn't create it. I overheard somebody say it one day, and I thought that was funny. Eat a bowl of fuck. So I'm going, oh, that'd be a good idea for a t-shirt. So I went and had it copyrighted. I own that tagline, so don't anybody try it. I'm like I said, I'm lawyered up. There's another thing you got to do before you create too much content. You got to protect your intellectual property. That's right. Anything you say, your set designs, taglines that are all yours. Say them sometime during the video and say, I own this tagline. That's what my lawyer said to do. I've already used it in a couple of podcasts, on other people's podcasts. Own it. That way it's timed, it's dated, and nobody else can copy that. You can sue them. They're stealing your content because that's not cool. Nobody likes a copycat. So be original. That's something else. Be original. Invent a tagline. Invent a look. This black leather jacket that's set behind you. It's all my own look. Do your own thing. Don't copycat somebody else. Be inspired by somebody else, but don't copycat them. Now I'm starting to ramble because I got to end this video real quick because this is shot with a professional Canon camera. So the internet here, there is no. It's going to take forever to upload. I might even use this thing to create a trailer. I don't know if you can do that, but see what I can do. See, I already used AI for the content because it gave me some stats. So I can use AI to create the thumbnail, create the headline for the topic of this video, and we'll see what happens. But thanks for watching, and I just wanted to respond to a particular YouTube channel, but this whole kinds of YouTube channels that say the same thing. They're not saying anything that I haven't heard already. So I'm aiming this at Squirrel Tribe, but I'm aiming this at all YouTubers, not just them specifically. I'm just trying to inspire them, help them out, maybe get them to see things from a different perspective they haven't thought of before. You know, like I said, if your view count was going down, it's because every time a new creator comes on the platform, it creates more competition for you. It's not YouTube, it's the market is flooded. And like I said, I got one friend, he does, Kyle, he does A History According to Hollywood. Check it out on Spotify. He's not on YouTube yet. Hope he gets on there soon. But Spotify's good enough. It's all audio. That's okay. And I got another friend, like I said, at least she's doing something with her life, and I don't blame her. I know she's on Only Fools, Only Fans, whatever you want to call them. But she's doing something. She probably woke up, and like I said, why would you want to battle the traffic, and the weather, and angry customers every day? For what? $12 an hour? $7 an hour? That's the federal minimum wage still. Is that what you're working towards? Look, rent's going up, groceries are going up. Can't say I don't blame anybody that does what they do. But no matter what platform you go on, do your homework. What are you up against? How many people are using it? Create a brand create a niche that's going to bring in a decent amount of money. My friend on OnlyFans, she may have to do other things, get on other platforms, and diversify a little bit. Like get on YouTube, for instance. My friend on Only Fools, Fans, whatever, she could do reviews on horror movies. She's into goth. Why not? That would work well for her. And her YouTube channel, because she's attractive, it would grow. Women do better than men on social media because they're women. That's just the way it is. Is it fair? No, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'll be 57 in April. Yeah. I try to look good on camera as best I can. And you know what? People are going to hate on you no matter what you do. That's another thing you're going to have to deal with, haters. Unless it's a death threat, the hateful comments will not be removed. I'm just going to keep them there. Why? Because you're engaging. You're actually helping me. You don't realize it, but you are. So we're gonna end this video. I want to thank you for tuning in, because I am starting to ramble, and nobody wants to see somebody ramble. I got another guy that does this, and he's got millions of subs, and he rambles. So There's people out there that don't mind people rambling. You wouldn't have millions of subscribers because it brings realism to it. He's not scripted, he's not professional. Matter of fact, you're very unprofessional. The more real you seem to be in the age of AI, I think real people like me are going to climb the ladder. Because people are going to get tired. We don't want AI generated videos. Nobody's going to want that. There's going to be people looking for the real thing. Hey, I want to see a real person. I want to talk to a real person. You're just an avatar. You're fake, and there's no creativity in this AI generated video that's nothing but spam or get rich quick schemes. So, like I said, I hope to keep it real, and I'm going to end this video right now. So, thank you and goodbye. Thank you. I have to get up and shut this off. I'm about to get a remote for that.